Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Thursday, August 24, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Chicago Cubs vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Take the Cubs with the run line. And here is why. The Cubs have maintained a flawless 6-0 record against the Pirates in this season, extending their winning streak against them to 7 consecutive games. Moreover, Chicago has emerged victorious in 6 out of their last 7 games at PNC Park. Steele, the Cubs pitcher, has been in excellent form, securing wins in his past 6 starts and notching 4 consecutive road victories. Steele's road performance this season has been particularly impressive, boasting a 4-1 record, a 3.00 ERA, and a 1.07 WHIP. In his 2 starts on the road against the Pirates, he holds a record of 1-0 with a 3.55 ERA and a WHIP below 1. The Cubs have also demonstrated their prowess away from home, winning 5 of their last 6 series played outside their home stadium. Notably, Chicago's pitching staff ranks among the top 10 in the league in terms of ERA during road games. Conversely, the Pirates have struggled significantly at home, losing over half of their games there this season and dropping 3 out of their last 4 series at PNC Park. Their challenges with consistent hitting have persisted throughout the season, with a batting average that places them in the lower half of the league and a slugging percentage ranking 27th. Taking these statistics into consideration, it seems the odds are in favor of a Chicago victory on the road come Thursday. Our total pick is under. And here is why. 2 of the 3 games played between these teams at PNC Park earlier this season went under the run total, with Chicago's pitching staff shutting out the Cubs in 2 of 3 games. Keller has pitched effectively at home this season, producing a 3.53 ERA and an average strikeouts per 9 innings rate of just under 9. Steele has been excellent on the road recently, compiling a 2.48 ERA and 1.17 WHIP in his past 5 starts. He has a 0.95 WHIP and a 15 strikeout per game average in his 2 starts at PNC Park. The Pirates rank in the bottom half of the league in average runs scored per game at home, with 4.21. They also rank in the bottom half of the league in batting average and 27th in the league in slugging percentage, so the odds they score quickly in bunches against the Chicago pitching staff are low. The Cubs have been limited to a .224 batting average in their previous 5 games on the road. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair on Thursday. Toronto Blue Jays vs Baltimore Orioles. Our team pick is Toronto Blue Jays money line. And here is why. This is a pretty tough game to handicap, and it should be a great game. The odds makers agree as they give the Orioles a slight edge on the money line at -118. The Blue Jays come back at +100 to win the game. In my opinion, it solely comes down to the performance of Jose Barrios. These teams are so evenly matched, boasting eerily similar bullpen numbers and potent defenses. That's likely why we have such a tight line in terms of the betting odds. I'm going to take a shot with Toronto here as slight underdogs. Barrios has faced the O's once this year, and he dominated them. The right-hander held them scoreless over 7.2 innings, allowing just 3 hits and a walk. It was a 3-1 victory, and Barrios was yanked after just 90 pitches. It was a very efficient outing, and I think we could see something similar in this spot. Barrios was also excellent in his last outing, holding the Reds scoreless over 5.1 innings of work. I think pitching wins the day in this series finale, and I'll say the Jays come out on top in a close game. And our total pick is under 8.5 runs. And here is why. Building off of the pick above, I'm also taking the +100 shot on the under 8.5 runs. While these are 2 of the better offenses in baseball, they're also both great on the mound. I already touched on Barrios above, so I'll give some praise to the bullpens. Toronto is currently 3rd in bullpen ERA, 3.44, and 2nd in WHIP, 1.20, while Baltimore is 6th, 3.61, and 15th, 1.30, in those respective categories. Also, the Orioles bullpen has given up the least amount of homers this year at just 41. The Jays are 15th at 55. So, if these pitching staffs can keep the ball in the yard, then we should see this score come in comfortably under the 8.5 run total. Texas Rangers vs Minnesota Twins. Take Texas money line. And here is why. After scoring 5 runs over the first 4 innings, the Twins' offense sputtered down the stretch and only accounted for 1 additional run prior to extra frames. The game carried into the 10th inning, and Minnesota scored in the top half, but ultimately allowed 2 in the bottom of the 10th and fell 8-7. Carlos Correa, Kyle Farmer, and Michael Taylor all added home runs. Kenta Maeda got the start, and he retired 6 batters over 5 innings while allowing 3 runs. RHP Pablo Lopez is slated to make his 12th home start of the season. Lopez enters this contest holding a 4-2 home record and is 9-6 on the season. His home ERA has remained above his season average, but he's allowed just 6 homers in 11 starts and has retired 87 batters along the way. His primary drawback at home has been his ability to give up hits, as he's allowed 60 over 69 innings thrown. During night games he's performed much better, keeping opponents to just over .200 at the plate. While limiting his hits allowed under the lights, Lopez has also dropped his home run rate while keeping the K rate high. The 8th month has treated him well, as Lopez has been red hot, holding a 0.36 ERA over 25 innings. He's allowed just 1 run and struck out 27 batters, but the hits have continued to come, which could pose a problem. In all, he's allowed 19 hits over 4 starts and 25 innings. Minnesota enters this contest with a run differential of +39, which lands them right at 12th in the league. The Twins have remained inconsistent at the plate this season and currently hold a bottom 10 overall batting average. While they post their strongest batting average at home, it's been largely a mixed bag during their night games, as the batting average has waned, yet home runs have still come. Speaking of home runs, that has been the bread and butter for the Twins offense, as they sit top 10 in homers per contest. What has made home runs even more important has been the Twins' league low ranking in strikeouts per game, with over 10. However, even with the high strikeout rate, they have still managed to find ways to drive runners home, which has largely kept them in contests and held them atop the conference. The bats have picked up in August, and the home runs have followed suit, with the Twins netting 29 in 19 games. They'll look to continue to this trend to retain the top spot in the AL Central. Heaney has been tough to back this season on the road, as he's given up a homer in each start, but he's been dialed in August, not allowing a single bomb. On top of that, the Twins have tended to see the ball with less clarity against lefties this season. Lopez has been very hittable at home this season, and with the Rangers' high home run rate and overall batting average, they should like their chances to get some quality innings strung together. This is an ideal buy low spot for Texas, as they look to hold onto the top spot in the AL West after being dealt 7 straight losses. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. While both of these pitchers have tossed well of late, each club has been able to routinely hit home runs and find ways to get runs on the board. They each sit top 5 in hits for extra bases, and hits allowed have been an issue for Lopez all season. The Twins have hit slightly above their season average in night games this season, and they've continued to see the ball well throughout August. Expect both teams to find ways to generate runs here. Take the over. Chicago White Sox vs Oakland Athletics. Take the White Sox on the money line. And here is why. Both Oakland and Chicago find themselves among the bottom-tier teams in baseball, making this game a challenging one to foresee. However, it appears to be a favorable opportunity to consider placing a bet on the White Sox to win at home. The Athletics' batting performance ranks as the weakest in the league, which sets the stage for Schultens to make a strong comeback. On the other hand, Waldachuk's form has been inconsistent, yet the White Sox have demonstrated proficiency in facing left-handed pitchers this season. Anticipated as a contest with limited scoring, both teams' offenses are expected to encounter difficulties. Despite this, I have more faith in Chicago's bullpen and their capacity to deliver crucial hits while effectively shutting down the game, leading to a victory. Take the under 9.5 runs here. And here is why. Although Oakland has been one of the best over teams in the MLB, I do like the under in this spot. I expect both pitchers to have success here, as both lineups struggle to generate runs, as the Athletics usually hit the over by the other team, scoring plenty of runs, which won't be the case here. In Waldachuk's last 5 starts, he's allowing 2 runs per start, while Schultens is allowing 2.4 runs per start, but both pitchers were pitching against much better lineups.